Hi there, my name is FixFox, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 2. This is the F-Heroes edition, and as you can tell by the more chill music as opposed to the usual hype FixFox music, we're looking to have a real nice time tonight. That's my plan. That's my goal. You think that if I was going to have a real chill, real nice time, that I would play a different map than what we have in mind, but no. No. It was mentioned on a recent video that FixFox hasn't actually played Slugfest, the 6-player, very, very small map, and put that playthrough on stream. It is not a relaxing map at all. And so maybe what I'm trying to do now is to make sure that I'm controlling my blood pressure so that way I can make the appropriate decisions before I tilt out and just go wild and crazy. It's possible. We will see. If you're not familiar with Slugfest, let me give you some of the details. Whoa! The chill music has stopped. So, this is going to be a 6-player map, small, sized. This does come from the original base game, and Slugfest is, as a 6-player map, denoted as being a normal difficulty map. I don't know how you can possibly justify that. It seems crazy to me because there's so much strategy that's involved, and maybe more importantly, there's a lot of knowing when not to fight. The scenario description reads as such: 6 heroes with large armies prepare to slug it out for total domination. We're going to put this on impossible difficulty. Yep, pretty bad, pretty difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Let's let the dice roll decide who we're going to play as. 6. Purple Necromancers it is. Let me show you what we are up against. We start off in the bottom right corner with Darlena, level 1 hero, and 1 castle of Roscommon. As you can see though, while this is a level 1 hero and there's nothing super special, although I can tell you that we've got Bless, Magic Arrow, and View Resources in our Mage Guild, we do start off with a good fistful of troops here. This is not too bad of a starting army. I'm going to leave the skeletons behind because the zombies in these quantities are better than the skeletons. Not by much, but by enough. And we're hoping that we can use these forces to roll over the rest of our enemies. The problem is that the rest of our enemies have just as many or more troops at their disposal. Because we have no resources whatsoever, we are not going to be purchasing anything else at this time. I would love to pick up the graveyard as soon as possible. These zombies could actually be useful if you turn them into mutant zombies, but alas, now is not the time. This is the absolute worst artifact that we could possibly get, the Medal of Distinction, +1 morale for the Necromancers. What need have I for morale? I ask you. Nothing. This campfire, 6 gems, 600 gold, not too bad. This gold right here from this treasure chest will truly be the best thing for us. And I'm not sure with 20 spell points if it's worth it to use the View Resources. I guess I should have already, because then we would have already recuperated those spell points. There are some mines in this area, there's some gold in the center, there's an observation tower in the center, and as you can see, we are taking up more than 1/6 of our map already. This is going to be very tight quarters. There is +1 attack skill with this mercenary camp. I'm excited to see what we have with that in short order. I actually don't know. In this strategy, I don't know which is better. Is experience better or is gold better? I think in a scenario like this, I don't expect our forces, our heroes, to get better than level 5, even if we took only experience. And 5 additional stats, probably not going to help out that much. I think we take the gold and make sure that we get plenty of troops for our trouble. We do have some desert terrain right above us. With 4,200 gold, we're immediately going to pick up this graveyard, and we will grab another hero. That is going to be Zam, the Necromancer. And Zam is going to leave everybody behind except for 1 skeleton, as he hopefully takes what appears to be a free gold mine. Month 1, week 1, on to day 3, we do see 1 barbarian hero kind of poke their nose out and then go back in to their domain. 3 gold here, that's very hard to turn down. 1,000 gold, patch of 700 gold, and there's a gazebo here. This mercenary camp. I think I'm gonna hope that I can go to here, have the bulk of my army, step onto this mercenary camp, and then have Zam run up to the observation tower somewhere in the middle. You've come upon a mercenary camp, practicing their tactics. The mercenaries welcome you and your troops and invite you to train with them. That is a +1 to your attack skill. Because this is Crag Hack and he doesn't have a whole ton of forces with him, I'm assuming that there's another barbarian hero somewhere not too far away. And wherever they are, I don't want them to attack me. I don't want to lose my one level 1 hero here. But if Crag Hack comes this way, he should be free experience for me in just a moment afterwards. And so this is where we will stay with Zam. This is probably a bad idea. Let's see what the AI does here, though. It'll be a little difficult to say. Oh, buildings to purchase? Not really. We're still very, very far away from the mansion, mausoleum, and laboratory. Necromancers have a bad start here on impossible difficulty because to get the laboratory, you're going to need 5 of each precious resource, and there's going to be lots to be done before we get to there. So, the troops we have now are pretty much what we have. We're going to have to do the best with what we have. We did see one other hero head out from the Barbarian Wasteland. I think that we follow up. And even though Gwyneth the Knight is here, it is worth 2,500 gold to me to step on this observation tower, from which I'm able to see distant lands, and we're going to get a good understanding of what we have here. We have the Red Sorceresses in the bottom left. It looks like Luna is going to be their primary hero. We have the Blue Knights. It looks like Dimitri perhaps is their primary hero. I'm guessing that since we don't see another knight hero with a massive army... Oh, it is Gwyneth. Gwyneth is the main hero, and Dimitri is just hanging out at home. So, knights to the west in the snow, barbarians to the east in the desert. Jezebel's their main hero. Gwyneth is the knight's champion. Wilfrey, it looks like, represents the wizards in the upper left quadrant. And then Airy Pastor. Well, looks like the warlocks are opting to leave all of their forces in the swamp with them in the upper right. And so even though this is going to cost us Zam, he's going to pick up 800 gold to help recuperate his losses, and that observation tower is going to make sure that we see any problems coming our way long before they become an issue. Gotta say, I'm a little bit sad. I would prefer this to be a sulfur mine, a crystal mine, and then these free resources to be one of each of something else. That way I could maybe consider getting my laboratory. As of now, something tells me that that's just not as possible as I would like. An old knight appears on the steps of the gazebo. My liege, I will teach you all that I know to aid you in your travels. 1,000 experience does go quite a long way here. And this is actually an interesting choice. There is no amount of neutral monsters on this map. Have you noticed? None. I don't think that there's anything off in the water either, by the way, but for sure that there's nothing here on the land. This is just us versus the enemy. The +1 attack skill is wonderful. The likelihood of me getting a 4th level mage guild, very, very low. But being able to surrender at only 40% of the total cost, that might prove valuable. And so we will take the diplomacy over anything else. I think I have time to go through and grab each of these precious resources, including the sulfur and whatever this campfire will be. Again, expecting to lose Zam. Let's hope that we don't lose Roscommon. So this is going to be 42 archers, 8 of the paladins, 13 of the cavalries, 16 of the swordsmen, and 25 of the pikemen. Zam immediately abandons our cause. Blue has decided not to fight. Interesting. Orange finally does come out to play a little bit. And this is very surprising. I think that we saw this at the end of the map that we played recently, Dominion, where the AIs believe that they are fairly equally matched. And because they believe that they are fairly equally matched, they don't actually want to fight each other. It's pretty interesting. I don't think that Gwyneth is going to make a beeline for this castle, and if she does, I think that we'll be able to trap her in there. So I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna hope that this is gonna prove worth it. This goes very, very far out of my way. I'd prefer them to take the gold mine, maybe try and get this gazebo. If Gwyneth ducks in this direction, I'm going to be feeling pretty sad. As far as my defenses, well, we have no defenses. We do have the left turret, right turret, and the moat, but purchasing any of these troops going to be a little bit tough to really stop an enemy. Let's see what Gwyneth does. Gwyneth has decided to choose violence on this day. That is very surprising. And honestly, this level of knights, this many knights, is more than I want to deal with. That's way more than I want to deal with. Sulfur is good for dragons. Crystal is good for knights and barbarians. Gems are good for the wizards. And then the alchemist lab is good for the sorceresses. I think it's in our best interests to try and let red do whatever red wants to do, because red is heading towards the warlocks here. I think that we're immediately going to start trading castles, and I think that we're going straight for the sorceresses. I will gladly welcome some of their ranged creatures into my army. Even though I will lose this area here, I think that's going to be okay for me. So let's purchase all these troops. Make the very costliest defense that we can for our enemies, and then go from there. Very unfortunate. We're going to ultimately pin all of our hopes and dreams on taking the castle of Atlantium, but it's day 6. We'll get to here on day 7. No, we're not going to be able to get there in time. No, the 24 zombies are just too slow. They're 2 speed. Didn't think I would end up dismissing 24 zombies, but here we are. We're still not going to be able to reach? No. We're going to get to here and then there. We're going to be fine. I might have messed that up. Might have. No yeses or nos, just maybes. That's all we got, just maybes. We could focus on the paladins. We do have the magic arrow. I can kill 2 archers at a time. I think that killing the archers is going to be pretty useful. Killing paladins is never a bad thing. It can't possibly be a bad thing, right? Yeah, can't be a bad thing. And you've walked yourself into your moat. Well, into my moat, I should say. Thankfully, the archers didn't actually kill that whole stack of creatures just yet. That feels pretty okay. I am going to stick mummies here and 1 stack of the zombies here, just in case. Just in case what? Just in case these walls go down. Nope, the walls hold for at least 1 more turn. The knights do have the ballistic skill that they start off with, which is very critical for taking these fights. But Gwyneth, I do not think, is going to walk right into my castle. Not without a fight, at least. And so again, this is a very, very slow developing type of fight here. My whole goal is to cost the knights dearly just to take this castle. We're not sallying forth, we're not doing anything, but just taking their best shot and hoping for the best. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. And then with 20 damage, 37, 27, it looks like it's going to be 2 archers is going to be our final bit of destruction. And then from what happens here, I can't bear to watch. So 5 of the paladins, 1 of the cavalries, 5 of the archers. I think that went about as good as it could have gone. Oh my word. Interesting. So already by the end of day 7, the warlocks have lost their castle and the necromancers have lost theirs. Very, very interesting. We are still getting gold, and we've got these extra precious resources going to our name, and the wood and the ore for at least 1 more turn. I should have picked up this artifact. I didn't even think about it. I thought, well, that's useless for a necromancer, and so I didn't go out of my way to pick it up. Bex Fox, what are you doing? Now Gwyneth the Knight is going to pick that up. You're crazy, man. You can't do that. I realize now that I misread the tea leaves. I was here and I dismissed 24 zombies. The zombies are basically a meat shield that's going to make it hard for somebody to go through here. into a castle and to just take a castle for free. And I dismissed them because I thought that I would need to be here by the end of day 1. I miscounted my steps. I've seen a lot of mistakes from FixFox. That might be the biggest mistake I've ever made. Oh, and the Knights have actually lost their castle too. What an interesting play. So the Barbarians currently own 2 castles. The Yellow Warlocks own 2 castles. Blue has taken mine. And I'm taking Red's now. Very interesting. This is a little bit of a shell game as we try and just move forward with this. I don't see how this is possible that we only lose 1 Lich here. How do we only lose 1 Lich here? I probably could have split these Liches up into 2 stacks. You telling me I'm gonna... What? How am I only gonna lose the 1 Lich that we've already lost? I don't get it. With 20 points of damage, you might as well kill this 1 sprite down here. That just seems like the best thing. And you've got to take out their range damage here, because of course you do. I think then you attack here. Hopefully attack here. Dwarves die on the retaliation. Well, alright. Oh, somehow I did lose a vampire. Anytime that the AI fights the fight better than me like that, and I don't know how they did it, I'm always very, very interested. I may want to go back and see if I can figure out how the AI did that. Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the AI fight that fight better than me, because you have to take out the single sprite because there's no retaliation there, there's no retaliation there. So you have to find a way to kill sprites in 2 cases. Like, you just have to. Maybe if you left these sprites alone, the 38 sprites would try and attack the bone dragons, and then the bone dragons who are slowed actually get to attack that round of combat. That would make sense. Whatever the case is, we'll take 4 skeletons in return. We will take... I don't know how useful necromancy is going to be. We're going to take the wisdom. And we're going to be very happy for a slow and a dispel magic and a cure. And the sorceresses did much better than we did. They got themselves all the way up to the fenced meadow, which is stupendous. Still, we are very, very far away from the red tower. But this I can work with. That medal of distinction would be really valuable right now, wouldn't it? I'm going to leave the skeletons behind, and I'm going to leave the mummies behind. I'm going to hope that I can do a lot of good with liches, with unicorns, and with greater druids. And with this army, I hope I can apply some pressure in some other directions. Let's pick up the fort, because the +1 to our stats is going to be very, very useful. And it will be, once again, Zam the Necromancer. He's going to be the man for me. And once again, he's going to leave all of his forces, except for the 1 skeleton, as we take back our wood. Very surprised that Gwyneth has not gone for that gold mine. We're still way too far away from getting ourselves phoenixes. I think that we potentially look at trading up, though. Probably not to Lancashire, although very interesting that Orange does have control of the gems right now. It looks like Green still has the bulk of their army. Orange still has their army. Red has theirs. Yellow has theirs. And Blue has theirs. My word. My word. Huh. And the issue with that is that you don't want to be the first person to lose their forces. At least I don't want to be the first aggressor. I want to do, again, what we tried to do in the Dominion map. And that is that I want other people to fight, and then I want to come around and try and pick up the pieces. That just seems like the best thing I can do. None of these castles start off with 6th tier creatures. And because they don't, this crystal might make knights or barbarians very, very useful to us. I think that I think that the knights would actually be better for us, because once you take this castle, they have the fortifications special building, and that's going to make them very, very difficult to overwhelm and retake that castle. I think that the knights actually have, surprisingly, one of the best chances to win in this scenario, even though their forces are already pretty slimmed out. They've lost their paladins, or they've left them at Wildebar. It still feels like possibly the best thing we can do. I want Red to fight Wilfrey. Red does not have a castle at this time, nor does Orange. So I think that Orange and Red are going to feel obligated to fight someone soon, and that'll hopefully cause a little bit of a stir. So we don't want to be an obvious target. I think we just want to step back and wait in multiple instances, and then just see how this plays out. Green is heading in our direction. Red decides that they want their castle, which I can't blame them, but I'd really prefer to not give it over to them. Orange is making a break for Wildebar. Croxton's not looking bad. We are up to 10 crystal, getting 1 extra per day, plus the sulfur. We do have the ore necessary to get into the cathedral. I say that we head actually towards this yellow castle of Croxton, towards the knights, and we play this shell game of trading heroes back and forth and back and forth. We will see if Zam goes down immediately or not. He's just free experience at this point. And then these defenders should make it a little bit tough for these sorceresses to simply waltz right in and have a real nice time. I'm here to have a real nice time. The AI is here to lose very, very quickly. It's going to be 11 trolls. That's a lot of trolls. 42 of the orcs, 5 of the cyclopes. This is not a fight that I love. We're going to do 20 points of damage to 1 orc or 1 wolf. Let's kill 1 wolf. And then we're just going to let Zam run away, just in case we actually want him later. He's got some meaningful spells at this point. Red now. Red is just following me. Just following me. And Croxton actually does have the upgraded rangers and has the upgraded swordsman and pikemen. I think that I like that choice more and more all the time. Orange has retaken a castle. It is now going to be green that is without. No, green has a castle. I'm so confused. Red doesn't have a castle. Well, red's not going to take my castle. This is my castle. You can't have it. The glorious victory. I sure hope this doesn't cost me 1 bone dragon. I really, truly need every little bit of help I can get here. We're going to see what spells this captain has at their disposal. That will be pretty interesting, I think. I'd like to actually haste. Let's see. Who would I like to haste? I'd like to get through these walls. I don't think it's likely, and so the vampires and the bone dragons are going to have to scale the walls very, very quickly. Any amount of archery or ballistics would be stupendous. I'm going to play this game of ranged damage. I'm going to let my liches consider if they want to kill rangers or not. I'm just gonna blast these guys from afar. We kill a couple of the veteran pikemen. We're gonna back off with the unicorns, just go into a defensive position. 13 damage twice on the bone dragons. We're down to 47 hit points. Man, you take a beating from these ballista, don't you? Master swordsmen have already taken their turn. Let's start focusing on these iron golems. There's 34 more damage. I think that losing a bone dragon is inevitable at this point. I'm anticipating that the peasants are going to go down right here. They do. Down to 2 bone dragons with 136 hit points remaining. Spells. It's going to be the magic arrow on the rangers. Hopefully next time these 5 individuals can destroy them. We'll see. And now I feel bad that the unicorns didn't get into the fight. Now that feels kind of bad because the liches really are going to waste their damage just a little bit. 102 hit points left. We do not have access in. It's just time to brawl. Master Swordsmen have higher attack skill. Iron Golems have higher defense skill. And with 15 hit points left, Magic Arrow does not count as a magical elemental spell. So 30 damage goes down there. We're going to eat one more round of turret damage. That's one more lich. And so be it. 5 and 1. I don't know if I'd rather keep the liches alive or keep the vampires alive. That's actually a good question, and I don't know the answer. 1,300 experience there. We are going to take the archery. We are going to take the archery. And so they are also up to champions. Marvelous. Marvelous. Okay. 9 more crystals to go. I hope I can hold on to that crystal mine that's in the bottom right, but this is a very excellent castle. Very excellent. And since we've never gotten any mercury, there's no sense in me looking at levels of Mage Guild. Trading just does not seem to be the play here. Now the sorceresses do have the phoenixes. The phoenixes are going to be fairly tough. I'm not thrilled about that fight, but we're going to see how that goes. I think that Luna is going to back off. She does. And yellow is going for my crystal supply. I can't help that. I do want to head on out here, but I think that I'm now officially weak enough. Some of these other heroes are going to consider wanting to fight me. Lancashire, I think that the wizards are too expensive to upgrade. I think that we're probably going to hold on to this Knight Castle. I think we're going to go to Elk's Head. I think that that will be the play. Thank goodness we've kept that gold mine this whole time. Because then I don't feel bad about hiring another hero. Once again, Zam does have some pretty good spells. So we're going to let him just use his spells. And this time we're actually going to split the skeleton stacks off into 5. I don't think I really need to hold on to the skeletons. And this way, if somebody wants to attack him, they're going to have to really do damage to him. Not just a little bit of damage, but a lot of damage. By the way, spells here. Nothing we haven't already had before. Maybe the curse is new. Let's see what red does. Red needs a castle. Red feels obligated to attack. It looks like green took out one enemy hero. Which enemy hero was that? I'm not quite sure. How did I lose everybody without giving you a single loss? Very, very fast. Phoenixes go. Oh, it's because the captain doesn't have a damaging spell here. I am obligated to agree then. If the left turret, right turret is going to focus on Phoenixes, I think I'm best to just skip with all these troops and maybe even just slow. Hopefully that will force these enemies to take one more round of turret shots. And they do, and that's going to cost them a Phoenix. Little advantages. Little advantages. Orange is coming, but are they coming for me or are they coming for Zam? I don't know the answer. I'm going to put Zam right here, so Castor can't do both. He can't attack me, and he can't also attack Zam. And if he goes for Zam, it's day 7. On the new day, we should have some mighty fine troops, I do believe. That's my hope. That's my plan. So, Castor, your move, buddy. And it is Zam that he goes for. We do have the magic arrow. We're going to kill at least one creature here. And it looks like actually that Castor has lost some forces. Only one green dragon. I would assume that he would actually have kept those together. And so I don't think it's possible that he's simply lost them. Or rather, I think he must have lost them rather than had them get put somewhere else. Is kind of what I'm saying. He didn't just leave half of his dragons in some castle somewhere. Yeah, I just don't see that being likely. So, at this point, wolf growth up by 5. That actually is kind of a big deal. When the margins for error are this small, that's actually kind of a big deal. But in our Knight Castle with our fortifications, we will thrive. We will survive, if nothing else. 40 wood, 14 crystal. We actually ended up keeping the crystal mine. We did end up keeping the crystal mine. What a struggle this is. I think that we must stay home. I don't think that we head out. By the way, we're missing mercury. and gems. They're up here. We'll get those when we can. If we can, actually. If is good. There's no sense in purchasing the peasants, so we're not going to buy all. Nope, not going to do that. But at this point, what is my best army? What is my best army? I don't think that these knight troops really are better than any of these. I think that 5 champions are better than the unicorns, but the only problem is that now that puts us at a huge morale deficit. The dark side is stronger. Ta-da, here I am. I think that we're going to hold on to this castle just with these knight troops, and we're going to wait. I don't want to attack Castor just yet. I'm going to see how this plays out just for one more turn. But just so we're clear, yellow still has their big army. Orange still has their big army. Green seems to have a pretty good army. Blue might have lost their forces. And then red is back in their sorceress castle. I'm expecting to see a player drop off very, very quickly here, actually. Yeah, the AI is all deciding not to engage. They can't guarantee that they're going to have the upper hand, and so they're not trying to fight. That makes this map pretty tough. I'm going to wait one more day, maybe one more week, because I think I do have the better troops. Whoa, boy! I wish that I had a replay. We just had the Warlock troops get slaughtered, and Luna has lost their Phoenixes. Wilfrey is still doing okay, but that was the break we were looking for. We were waiting for some kind of action. We were waiting for the play to be made. And now, with 16 crystal, and almost up to the Paladins, we're going to have Paladins by the end of this week. I think that it's time for us to head out, and we will consider taking a swipe at somebody. I think that we want Atlantium. No, maybe not. Maybe we want Roscommon. Whatever the case, I'm going to assume that my defenders here will hold as we grab resources and such. Zam is back. Cannot get rid of this guy. Number 1 in my heart. And number 1 in the mortuary. That's a little necromancy humor for you. I'm sure you've never heard that joke before. After all, why would you? It's a pretty bad joke. Even yellow and red are deciding not to attack me. What is going on here? Zam is now going to be the defender of all that is good in this world. We're going to split up the champions. So if we need to sally forth, we potentially can. What a struggle. I do not want to lose this castle. I do not think I will lose this castle. And if I get close, I think that we will make the enemies hurt themselves a lot. Oh yeah, I think a lot. Gold mine for 1,000 gold per day. There are standing stones to the north, but unfortunately we are completely blocked off by all heroes. We cannot go through these heroes to get there. And so, let's go back. If we can get 12 vampires upgraded into vampire lords, I'll feel pretty good. Let's do that. Red wants it. Red wants it. Interesting. Okay. And I really supposed to myself that this fortress was impenetrable. It's going to be Luna the Sorceress with 0 attack, 2 defense, 4 spell power, 4 knowledge, 29 out of her 40 spell points, against Zam with 1 attack, 1 defense, 2 spell power, 2 knowledge. This is a pretty big fight. We're not going to try and sally forth. I think that we're going to focus on their ranged damage first, try and let our fortress hold, and just see if we can do the best we can. I think that these rangers are about to meet a very untimely end. We are not going to sally forth. We're going to hide behind our walls and hope that Luna and her ranged troops are doing half damage. We're going to hope that they have no archery. It looks like they've got no archery. That's actually stupendous. We are going to hide, and you can't stop me. And if my left turret, right turret, and my ballista focus on anything but these troops or these troops, I'm going to be absolutely devastated. So this is going to be a lot of skips. But this is how we potentially win, because all these hit points matter. And every single turn that the ballista goes is going to be much better for me. I think we're close enough. Yeah, we're close enough to kill one more Greater Druid. I can already tell that it's not going to be enough. They're doing enough damage to me that I just don't think it's going to be possible to hold out. And unfortunately, we're wasting damage on unicorns every once in a while. 15 down to 14. I'm not doing the math to figure out where the very best shot is. I really ought to. But if we can hold this, if we can hold here, we'll truly be doing fantastic. Okay, and for the first time we see a break in the wall. That means actually that these Grand Elves, wow, are doing full damage to the Veteran Pikemen. It's going to be a bit of a ways for these enemies to go all the way around. There they are. And Veteran Pikemen, we can't kill one of these unicorns. I think that we just sit right here. And we're just going to wait. Why did you attack the dwarves? If you ever attack the dwarves again, I will come for you and you will feel my wrath. Please don't do that ever again. My word. It is going to be one more magic arrow on the Greater Druids. We're going to hope we can hold out as long as possible. Full damage from the Grand Elves feels really, really bad. Okay. And then champions go to here. They're just skipping. Okay. And now it's the job of the Master Swordsman. Do you want to kill one unicorn while you can and probably lose 2 swordsmen on the retaliation? Oh, we didn't even lose on the retaliation. That's okay. I think that this is going to be the final round of combat, and so be it. 12, 9, and 1, and there it is. So we still put up a whale of a fight. The power of red is absolutely broken. I love that the sorcerer's hero here, by the way, she's put her hands up saying, yeah! And even though this was a loss, this was a devastating victory for red. This is not, that was not worth it for them at all. That was not worth it for them at all. And even though I have only a few days left until I am banished, I've been doing worse. I've been doing way worse in my life. Crystal Mine, we're still getting resources. We're going to see if we can get up to the Vampire Lords. And if we do, we might have the most powerful unit in the game at that point. Only several liches. Interesting. And the enemy has surrendered? Oh, they did purchase some troops right before I got here. Understandable. Have a nice day. That means that they did get the base level vampires for us. And I think that we might have enough resources, again, to get up to those Vampire Lords then. I don't want to take the damage from these liches. And because I don't want to, let's actually get the vampires hasted. That's going to bring them up to 6 speed. And we're actually going to attack the mummies with them. 1 to 2 of the vampires goes down. It's going to be 1. 3 to 5 of the mummies. I will take the best shot from these liches here. And, oh, we're going to have to kill mummies or mutant zombies at some point. Let's do that now. This is not the homecoming I hoped it would be. I thought that there would be more fanfare, but no. We're going to do 90 to 162 damage. Wow, the bone damage, the bonus damage is actually pretty high here. I'm kind of impressed. It means that we're going to kill these mutant zombies on the retaliation. Not the skeletons, though. 52 hit points left on the bone dragons. Magic arrow for 30 hit points. That's not going to kill any of these. Vampires are attacking here. We kill 2 vampires. Can we kill all these liches? No, they are going to get a shot. Unless I slow them. Can I slow them? I can slow them. I don't think that it's going to be enough with the liches, though. I don't think that 8 liches can kill 6 liches. I don't think so. So we're just going to go into this direction. Bone dragons are going to step up. As I lose 1, down to 1 bone dragon. Liches don't get to do anything, and then it is going to be a surrender. Huh. Very unfortunate. One of those times where the liches, with their cloud attack ability, actually hurts you more than it helps you. Basic logistics, not bad. And more importantly, that was +1 attack skill. And very interesting, folks, it is Fix Fox who draws first blood. Blue player has been vanquished. And on day 6, we're home. We are home. Oh, it does cost 10 crystal to get your upgraded mansion. But you have a stack of 11 vampires right now. If I thought I could trade, who says I can't? With this marketplace and with 64 wood, am I able to get, I just need 5 mercury. Just need 5. I can get there. I can get up to bone dragons. I can get up to bone dragons by the end of this week, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have the only dwelling, the only 6th level creature dwelling on this map. And all of a sudden, we're going to go from 1 bone dragon up to 5. That is the plan. So, this is not what I intended. This is not how I planned it, folks. But this is exactly how we're going to do it. It is going to be 10 wood, 10 ore, so we can't trade too much here. We have to go we have to be very careful. So let's do that right now. Let's do this. Oh, and we can do this as well. That'll leave us 16, 8. And then we might as well trade the sulfur because I don't think that dragons are going to be as likely. Now let's trade the gems because I know for sure that titans are never going to be a thing. Titans will never be a thing. Oh wait, you got to trade 10 at a time? Never mind, sulfur it is. That was close. Okay. And we do have a month 1, week 3, day 7 laboratory. And on the following day, here on the morrow, we should have a big fight. Green takes out one of yellow's main forces, and then yellow bounces right back. Okay, so 6th level creatures still on the map. None here. None here. And now red has some phoenixes. We immediately take what we have in bone dragons, and we go towards their ultimately weaker friends in this other direction, and we're going to really do our very, very best to destroy the sorceresses. They are now our biggest threat. They are who we're going to deal with, and we can't upgrade anybody. I don't think it's even worth it to upgrade the pyramid for 1,500 gold. I think you just take all the liches you can, and then the 1 vampire. And you head off in this direction and hope that Luna, the main hero, does not do anything scary. Nothing scary is the goal. Nothing surprising, actually. How about? We don't do surprises. I think I feel obligated to attack Alamar. With 5 phoenixes, I don't want him to get the troops over to the better hero. I think Alamar is like a level 1 hero. And so with Darlena being level 5, 4 attack, 2 defense, I think that this is a best shot. A glorious victory. We're going to kill at least 3 phoenixes. It's going to be costly, sure. But this should be enough of an army to still go and defeat the Sorcerer's Castle, and in which case we're holding on to all these troops. I don't think I care so much about vampires. We're going to see how this fight turns out. A couple magic arrows only do 30 hit points worth of damage. I think that we do want to haste the bone dragons. Let me think. The unicorns are probably going to go down the battlefield. If I haste the bone dragons now, they're going to get to attack the unicorns, and then the greater druids are not going to get multiple attacks off. I think that that's actually the thing I would prefer the most. The phoenixes are going to get the damage from vampires and from unicorns. I think that you haste the bone dragons now, so that way unicorns can't block you off from the greater druids. I do think that that is the play. It's the best thing I have in mind, and I'm going to try and save these liches. I would hate to lose them all. I'm going to stick them right here. We're going to kill probably all of the unicorns. Most of them. Not bad. That'll do it. And then the unicorns here are going to kill 1 phoenix. They don't. It was close, though. And then vampires. Unfortunately, my positioning was pretty poor there. The phoenixes still wanted to defeat liches instead of anybody else, though. Now I think it's time to start working on this bottom stack here. And 5 bone dragons should defeat these battle dwarves. We're going to kill 1 phoenix here with the liches, take the retaliation. Low morale. Understandable, have a nice day. And we're seeing that our stats are simply superior. And we're doing so much more damage than Alamar. And this is why I wanted to fight before Luna even had a chance. We're going to kill 3 to 5. Let's make sure that with 1 magic arrow, that we kill all 4. Hopefully, we better kill all 4 of these remaining elves. Whew, we do. 1,800 experience. It cost us liches, vampires, and unicorns, but we took out a full week's worth of enemy forces. Wisdom's not going to be important. Logistics is always going to be so very nice. Let's do that. And so here on day 2, I see you, Rathmont, and I don't think I can stop you. Well, we got 5 bone dragons. I've got plenty of time to get back to Atlantium. They did pick up phoenixes, but it's day 3 right now. I've got time. And I cannot lose bone dragon production. I simply cannot. Nothing else matters right now. I think the bone dragons in this instance, with the way that the map is played out, I think the bone dragons are way better than the phoenixes. I generally rank phoenixes as being more valuable, but not here. Not now. I need to kill some of these wolves. They're going to get some damage off. Oh my gosh, they are so fast. Huh, okay. And rather kill ogre lords than the war trolls. War trolls are going to do half damage anyway. We're going to lose at least 1 bone dragon here. I can almost guarantee you that. And I don't want the goblins to get into the fight. So let's attack them now. Vampires are going to go and step on the orc chiefs before they get their chance to go. Just like so. And we are in a little bit of a rough spot with the liches. Their double hex attack is feeling pretty bad for us at the moment. I do want to kill these wolves. Wolves are a little bit... I mean, they're just highly offensive, and I can kill them all right now. Or I can kill 4 to 6 of the ogre lords. I'll kill the wolves on their retaliation, so let's just focus on the ogre lords. I wish I had... Is there a better spell here? Is there a best spell here? A stone skin is what I was really looking for. Let's curse. Let's curse the wolves. Sure, why not? Haste is gone, so be it. We can kill 1 full war troll, let's do it. And then I just don't want to take the damage there. I don't want to take the damage anywhere. There's nothing that's really worth it here. 5 liches, 11 attack, 11 defense, 70 to 88 damage. It's going to be less on the bone dragons, but still enough. We're going to do it anyway. Bone dragons, we got 50 hit points left, so you can tell that we are still doing better damage against ourselves than, of course, the enemy is. 11 damage here. I think I got that right then. Yeah, I think I got this right. Okay. Goblins go down. Liches, it's been real fun to see you kill my own troops. We're not going to do that anymore. And then I do want to just haste. Skip. Attack. Here. And call it. That's 2,400 experience. 1 bone dragon, 1 power lich. Excuse me, it's not a power lich. It's just a regular lich. And then 1 vampire. But, again, now we're making sure, as we pick up some nice stuff, we're making sure that the enemy does not threaten Roscommon. And with 4 bone dragons, we can still fly right over the walls and do some damage. I think that we've got this map in a good way. I'm going to go a little bit more rapid fire now. I don't think there's any point in slowing down or waiting. We know exactly what we're doing. I could probably accept these losses. In fact, I think I shall. I'm that confident in our ability to close out this map that I think that that fight went as good as it could have gone. This is now a fully upgraded castle. I now have the 2 toughest units on the battlefield. We're going to wait. We're going to see what Red does. I think that Red... think that she's going in this direction towards Roscommon. And I don't think I let her. I think I sit right here and I puppy guard. Right in the very center of the map, knowing that I'm the biggest, toughest guy here. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to hire 1 more hero here with Astra. Astra's going to have the faster of the troops. That's going to be the sprite, because I don't think that there's any bonus troops here. There's not. And then 1 other hero here. Joe Josh is going to sit here and he will have a faster troop. It's going to be 4 speed, 4 speed, 5 speed. Vampires. Oh, they're 4 speed. Never mind. My bad. And that way we could potentially do a resupply. And so we're going to see green is being weird. Yellow is taking their sweet time. We've got plenty of gold, or at least it's going to be enough. We're going to deal with this. And then we're going to keep a good eye out for whether there's some opportunities quickly approaching. Can Astra reach? Astra can reach there. Joe Josh can reach to there. That means that Darlena is going to go to here. And then next time we're going to go through the gold mine, and on our way up, Astra's going to reach us. We're probably going to take Heroxton and then some of these other areas with Bone Dragons and Phoenixes. Red defeats the upper left yellow castle. Not completely unexpected. Bone Dragons and Liches are going to be the play here. Oh, we'll bring the vampires. We will bring the vampires. With only 2,600 gold, we don't have a lot of gold left. But it looks like, if my eyes don't deceive me, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of opportunity. A little bit of opportunity, anyway. To have Darlena go through this long way. And have Astra catch up to me next time. Am I close to another level in experience? I am. I'm only 200 experience away from leveling up. We're going to fight these dwarves, get 400 experience, and we're actually going to take the advanced archery. That feels a-okay. And then Astra can reach next time. And so she's going to purchase Phoenixes after a day. Oh, need Mercury. 2 marketplaces to trade feels much better. So we do. We shall. Druids. Oh, and then the rest of the troops can all stay. We didn't get all the druids, but this will be a pretty good army for us. And so then it's going to be druids in here and then 3 phoenixes. Yep. I think that this map is over. And that's how I like it. 1 vampire goes down. That's acceptable. We've just taken out the next biggest army. That is yellow player vanquished. Yellow player is gone. Crag Hack looks pretty tough. Crag Hack looks pretty tough. Luna is pretty tough. Gem is even a little bit tough. Let's defeat and clear in circles. Let's clear in circles. And then the secondary heroes can actually start to do some searching around for some free stuff. Not +1s. We don't need any of that, but everything else is just fine. Wildebar. This is going to be a bit of a tough fight. Never mind. No losses. 1900 experience. Thrilling. Eagle Eye. Sure, why not? Orange player's been vanquished. Let's stop in. Looks like we didn't pick up any new spells here. 0 attack, 2 defense, 4 power, 5 knowledge, 4, 3, 4, and 5, 3, 1, 1, and 1. Crag, Hack, and Luna are the 2 next toughest heroes. No forces there that I really want or need. So we're going to head out. And Joe Josh will head in. We would have stepped on each other and just gotten in each other's ways if we didn't slow down there. Amazing that this pot of mercury has never been picked up. Like, who in their right mind just hasn't picked that up yet? I don't know. It is going to be, because I don't think that we're up to Arc Magi, funny enough. Titans, no, but Arc Magi, yes. I'm guessing that we're to Hydras and we're to Arc Magi. I think that I'm more worried about the Knights more than anything. That's going to be the little bit of a tougher fight. It's day 4. Let's clear everything out in this direction from the lower 50th parallel. 50th. It's not 50th. In the actual world, what's the parallel that basically separates the world? I gotta Google it now. Oh, it's 0. It's 0, right? World map. The equator is what I'm talking about. Parallel. Yeah, the equator is just at 0. You can't see this, but I'm doing some serious geography right now. It's that American schooling. Yeah, the equator is at 0, and then 15 degrees north is the next step up, or 15 degrees south from there. Okay, so look, man, I can read a topographical map. I can't be expected to know other basic things. I feel so silly. Okay. This feels bad. I hate to do this. I really want to be on a crash course for Gem, but we have to defeat Craghack now. He can't get into our backline. He cannot threaten our ability to get Bone Dragons. We've taken him out now. Whoop. Whoop. And I'm not going to worry about Cyclops or anything like that. Even if I could, I wouldn't. Stay 6. We never lost these ore mines. Joe, Josh, and Astra are ready to resupply. Darlene is going to attack on day 7. It's a glorious victory, no losses. That's stupendous. Yeah, and I think I was worried about the Knights next. Might as well be heading up north. And I'm going to send Astra up to about here. And hire one more hero here. Might as well be Zom, not Zam. And he's going to take probably the 5-speed Greater Druid. Joe Josh is going to do pretty much the same. It's going to be Aragon. It's going to keep just his 4-speed Goblin. And in this way, we should be able to get all the troops up to the north very, very quickly. So Bone Dragons, Liches, Vampires. Up. And do a marvelous hero chain. It's going to be Phoenixes after I trade. Phoenixes and Druids. I'll bring the Elves just in case. I'll bring the Unicorns just in case. Now let's see, actually, can Joe Josh, or not, yeah, Joe Josh. By the way, on the FHeroes2 Discord, it was pointed out that Joe Josh, if you're looking at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Joe Josh is technically a JoJo. And so Vammy came up with that and just put some nifty, some nifty things there I thought were very, very funny. Yeah, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a, what do you call it? I suppose you call it a, I don't know if it was a graphic novel or if it was just a TV show first, but either way, it is a pretty funny, oh, oops. Pretty funny show. Classic in many, many ways. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this again because I messed up. We got it right now. It's always nice to see when some of my favorite things kind of meet up and they have a little bit of a back and forth. Looks like it's going to be Red Player Vanquished. They are. Yeah, whenever there's a crossover episode, I'm always happy to see things working out so very, very well. Now, unless Green has picked up some sort of dragon power or they just have so many Hydras, this should be a pretty easy fight. Looks like it's going to be a glorious victory. We are going to just let the AI fight this fight for us. I'm going to cast one spell. I'm going to make sure that the Bone Dragons get to go fairly quickly. We're going to expect Ambrose the Knight with his 2 attack, 2 defense, 1 power, 1 knowledge to maybe slow him down. But it's going to be 8 Hydras, 12 Griffins, 16 of the Gargoyles, 10 of the Minotaur Kings, 54 of the Centaurs as our final enemies against our 6 Phoenixes, 9 Bone Dragons, 15 of the Greater Druids, 16 of the Vampires, and 9 of the Power Liches. 4 attack, 3 defense, 6 power, 5 knowledge. And this will be the fight. That hurts my heart. You've got the overwhelming force with the Phoenixes and you decide you do nothing with it. You do nothing. Oh my gosh. Sick to my stomach. Come on, AI. Every once in a while. I don't think I would have lost a Bone Dragon. I think that the AI lost a Bone Dragon when they didn't have to. What are you doing with the Phoenixes? What are you doing with the... Zents, I need you. I need you now. I need you to explain this. Okay. So 2 Bone Dragons, 3 of the Vampires, and we saw some very interesting tactics from the AI. 2,800 experience. That will be the final enemy. And as you can see with our mini map here, that is a whole lot of purple going on. Folks, this has been a fun, quick little hitter. I'm hoping that if I leave this on all night, that I can actually upload this video. Of course, the libraries in my area are closed on the American holidays, and so I'm not going to be able to get to upload this anytime soon. I'm hoping that maybe my computer can upload 6 gigabytes worth of data in about 16 hours. We will see. 38 days. Base score with 235, rating of a black dragon. That's going to make it into my top scores. Oh, it's not. That's amazing. 243. You got to get a 243 or better to get onto FixFox's high score list. Very interesting. I did not expect that. So, I was wrong. My name is FixFox, and I'm out.